Bangers Friday preview show in association with Lee Spirits. I'm Matty.
Hiya, I'm Colin.
All right, I'm John. You've thrown me, Colin. It was a slightly
With a
different
wee pause.
introduction there for you. Aye.
Just mixing up a wee bit.
You mind I used to do the short bangers one? Mind that?
Oh, aye.
Tasty.
I've not done that for ages.
We should bring that back. Bring back pasty.
Aye, nah, it's a short bangers thing, eh?
Aye. We'll bring back short bangers.
I don't care if there's a demand for it. We would need to hear a demand.
It was
Well,
it was definitely a niche product.
We liked it. We liked it. It was good for us. We had a laugh.
aye.
Kind of many folk actually bothered their arse with it.
We could
Um,
maybe nah. Let's talk about lineups. Let's talk about other stuff. I was going to suggest that we talk about Elon Musk running America and talk shite about that for a wee while, and various other shenanigans that have been taking place in the last 6 months.
Mind we done the year in the life things? Or no, the year in the
Huh.
life, the year. They were good. Yeah, they were quite popular. Mind, we got loads of
The
comments
Hibs
on them.
ones.
Aye.
Aye.
Well, we started with
Aye.
Hibs. Mind we then said, and also this was number one.
Aye.
You know.
That was when we were going to Fibble to talk about in the summer. We'll do another one of
Oh,
them.
aye. We
Aye.
can prep for that for the summer. And I
Aye.
say prep, I'll do no prep whatsoever.
Right. Let's get the teams up and we'll get stuck into this massive game on. It feels like a massive game on
Huge, must
Sunday.
win.
Huge
Biggest game of
Six
the
must
pointer.
season.
all the rest of it. So we're away to St Mirren. We've not got a great record against St Mirren over the last season and a bit. The last game we played them 2-1 to St Mirren. But it was a pumping. Like it was a 2-1 pumping. We almost nicked a draw at the end, but it would have been a total injustice, it's fair to say. And then the opening game of the season was a 3-0 loss through there as well. We've more or less picked the same teams, right? So, Colin, when you run through your team here, which I'll
Yeah.
get you to start, it mirrors my team's exactly the same. Joe's sent in a team as well, which is exactly the same. I think Sandy's is maybe a wee variation on it. We've got a new team in for Lex Lothar this week as well that we'll cover, which is slightly different. So we'll maybe spend a wee bit more time on those ones than ours because there's not much variation between ours. But just talk me through your one column.
So it's the exact same team I picked last week. So Smith and goals, Ohora Bushiri, Iredale picks itself, doesn't it? Until Ekpiteta's available again. Now we can start debating who he comes in for, if he comes in. The two Caddens in the wing backs, Trance and Levitt again, until Newell or Manny prove themselves as fit or good. Then that's the midfield with Campbell just in front of that. Boyle, but I started Bowie, which is probably the difference to what the team that was. It started Ayr last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was because it was Kukurovic that was in there. Thinking behind starting Bowie?
I just think, well, he's played wee minutes here and there, 20 minutes, 15, 30. He's going to have to we've been building him up, right? So, like, you either bring him on at half time, but then managers don't like making changes at half time in games. It's like, so you would start him and he'll come off it. Like, if he's going to come off, he'll come off at 50, the predefined 50 or 60 or 70. Like when you watch games. So I would think he's due a start, and why would it not be this week? He's got to have to happen soon.
I think it was
If
down
not
to
now,
Slope.
then when?
Aye, I think it was down to Slope that mentioned this would be his first start since joining.
Aye, because he only had
Whenever he
3
makes
games.
it, yeah.
Aye.
All right, John, you're a wee variation there, so it's more or less the same until you get to the top of the pitch. You've gone for Dwight Gale. Explain.
I think every time you say explain, I think of Davros or the Daleks and Doctor Who. But
To be fair, I get where you're coming from. They used to love it when they used to be on Match of the Day and grandstanding that, asking all the managers to explain their team selection. Explain your team selection. That's how they would say it.
I think I would rather that than some of the what is it they call them? VT. Some of the graphics that they put up, when they start like jumping at the screen and walking about. Just chuck a Dalek in there for a laugh. Why have I gone for my team? It's just the same team as I've been picking for weeks now, and I think there was a temptation. So when I'd sent this through to you both, I'd said like it looks like I've changed nothing, but I have put a lot of thought into changing nothing. There was a wee how do I put this? There was something at the back of my head that goes like, is the team maybe getting a bit stale? Like I remember there was a comment on one of our phone-ins a wee while back about, or sorry, one of the talking points maybe that was talking about form and things maybe like dropping off a wee bit. And I thought, well, should we change something to try and freshen things up? Whether it's a lineup, whether it was bodies, and I thought, nah, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to stick with the team that has been getting the majority of the results. However, I did contemplate dropping Dwight Gale for Kieran Bowie for some of the reasons that I sort of took the piss out of at the start of the show when you were saying like big game, 6-pointer, blah blah blah. Because I think there's an opportunity to take the game to St Mirren. I think when I saw Bowie play against United that he showed more than Kaharovic did in the sort of 30 minutes that he was on compared to Kaharovic's 60. And it's a different option, and it leaves more options like late in the game if you're looking for a bit of experience for Dwight Gale, or if you're looking to go for a like replacement, you could maybe bring on Kaharovic. But otherwise, like I don't think that you need to change anything there.
Fair enough.
Did you consider dropping Levitt? Did either of you consider dropping Levitt?
I did.
I did momentarily, but it was unclear whether Manny was going to be available or not.
What about Mariah Welsh would be the other one, wouldn't he? Because Newell's out, definitely, isn't he? I think I read that Manny's not in the squad this weekend.
So,
Gray
in his press conference today said, or yesterday, whenever it was, said that he was a bit behind in terms of fitness. They've been doing a lot of sort of conditioning work on him, but with the game being on Sunday, had an extra day, so he'd played himself into contention for it.
All right,
so
okay.
He might feature, he might know. It's kind of one of these. He didn't want to commit to if he was going to or no. I hope he does, but it's always good when you get a new player. Right? You want to see them on the park as soon as you
He
can.
won't start though. He's not going to start.
No,
Like they're going to bring somebody in and put him straight in. So.
Aye, I contemplated Mariah Welsh in for Levitt. Didn't I think Levitt had a great game against Ayr? Maybe a wee bit harsh because it was a difficult game.
I thought he's been doing all right. He's been doing quite well, and it's one game, and like would I afford somebody else one game? That was kind of where I thought, no, it's one game where he's maybe found it a bit tougher.
Aye.
So, that's why I didn't, because I just thought I try and give other players the benefit of the doubt, and it's no like one performance and you're out. So
yeah, although I think this is going to be a tough game in a similar style. I think St Mirren are a busy team, that'll close us down and they'll give us a time. And I'm not sure that's the sort of game that suits Levitt.
Pitch on Monday night looked a fucking shambles as well. Big heavy.
The Manhurst both looked shite on Monday night, it wasn't a very good game at all.
So Mirren should have put them away though. They had chances. That boy, and I kind of probably talking myself into here, but that Lasagna, he made everything look easy, look difficult. Like but I know I appreciate that. It was also a one-off game, and that I could have egg on my face on fucking Sunday tea time, but it is one of them. I was watching it thinking, folk talk him up. I've read it on Twitter and that, and I'm watching him going. And I do watch players very often for other teams unless they're playing against Hibs.
Are you having egg for your tea on Sunday?
I'm not. I made a beef keema pie. I made it already. I made it this morning for work. It's in the freezer.
Sounds decent. John, I'm going back to your Daleks thing. Since you said it, I've sort of imagined. You ever played Rocket League on Xbox or PlayStation?
I've played a lot of Rocket League.
Do you think it would work with Daleks? So you can sort of line up as like a kind of combination of FIFA and Rocket League. You just have Daleks and playing football.
I'm a big fan of crossovers. Let's do it.
Let's do it, right? Well, we'll patent it. And if Electronic Arts or anybody is listening and they want to take us up on it, well, you sort of the license and we'll just take the royalties. Colin, you can be, even though you didn't really think any of that, Colin, you can be included as well, just as part of the Long Bangers Collective.
I did just do that, just as long as I get the credit on the.
We'll do like a sort of George Michael with Andrew Ridgely. We'll give you a writing credit on it.
I do that.
Aye.
What's happened at the top of the screen? Who's colouring in hasn't quite worked it?
It's taking it off an email, just copying. You can copy and paste things as a sticker on your iPhone, but if you copy it on the iPhone and then press paste on the MacBook, it pastes it on without you having to do anything else. It's quite like a clever thing, but not so clever that it didn't come out a bit broken. This is Lex Loafer's team. Again, no wildly different. He has gone for Mariah Welsh.
Big fan of the big number with the wee name.
Yeah,
the smallest squad. It's
Make it good
Lex.
for the viewers, eh? Right, so I'll run through the race. You got Smith, Iredale, Bashiri, and O'Hora, Nicky Cadden, Nathan Mariah Welsh, Nectar Janis, Chris Cadden, Martin Boyle in the 10, and then Gale and Bowie up top. So the Boylan at the number 10 is quite a bold move. I think they're obviously you're dropping Josh Campbell to achieve that. Thoughts on that lineup, John?
I wonder whether Lex is baiting Colin by sticking Martin Boyle on the 10, because I know that Colin said that the number 10s are just the guys that aren't good enough to play elsewhere. Correct me if I'm wrong, Colin.
Can you get in your own position in the team?
Can I get your own
If you're
position?
not good enough in the midfield, then they stick you in the 10 behind the strikers because you didn't work hard enough to be in the midfield. If you're not, you didn't score enough goals to be a striker, so they pump you back just behind the strikers to do something else. Aye, most of the time. There's exceptions to that. I may say in that, like the best players ever, but in the other teams, it's somebody you can carry along, like Scott Allen, for example.
Aye.
He'll create something brilliant, but he'll fuck all else. And he couldn't
So
be an 8 or a 6 because he does fuck all else.
Lex, he said, "Here's my team for Sunday. Huge match for the Cabbage. This one, no place for Levitt. We need dig and physicality in the middle of the pitch for this game, and Dylan just doesn't cut it. I'm afraid it's time to go for it. Hence, two strikers with Boyle just in behind."
And they
Uh, I,
contradicted the Seldor, didn't he? By putting Boyle in ahead of Campbell in that case.
well, for what and dig.
Aye.
I suppose you're having to dig a bit further back, aren't you? Like Mariah Welsh in for Levitt gives you a bit more of that, and then
Well,
Boyle's the
does
attacking
he?
option.
But,
I,
but
I think so.
we think that, but I mean, there's a bit of perception around that rather than reality, I think. Eh? Well, Mariah Welsh got sent off once, but
Yeah,
other than that, has he really shown yet that he's got that dig? Like, we just think he has. Not seen it.
fair enough. This was Sandy's team, so Smith and goals, Ardale, Bushiri, O'Hora, the two Caddens, Nectar and Joe Newell. Obviously, Newell's not going to be fit, and Manny in the attacking midfield. Again, no fit, and gone for Yuan as well.
This is fucking wild.
I Sandy,
Well, boys coming out in crutches and that.
this is what the team's going to be in about 6 weeks' time.
Yeah, probably.
Well, we've got if St Mirren make it in the top six and we get the top six, then this will be what the team will be for these. We'll keep it for them.
I don't think Manny will be up there when he's fit though. I don't think his record shows he's like a.
I think he can play. It's more attacking than defensive. If you look at his stats,
He's hardly scored any goals or anything.
he's not played in Scotland yet.
Okay, fine.
All right, so I think there's obviously some availability issues with some of these ones, but I think
Why
when
has he
we've
not
got
got Ekpeten? What's going on there?
get Jake Doherty's back and get him in the team. Kyle McGuinness beside him. Joe mirrored your team, Colin. It's the same teams I've got as well. Like if it,
See,
it's
Joe
kind of
knows
skip
his
through.
stuff.
And just for confirmation, there's my team as well. Right, we
How
will
long?
have.
How long do you think Bowie is going to last if he
60
starts?
minutes.
60.
60.
Aye, that's the next step, isn't it, to get an hour into him? Right, just going to pick up some YouTube comments and then we'll have a look at the form guide. And I've actually brought up the XG table as well to see where the teams really should be in the table.
Oh, fuck, I suggested this,
doesn't
didn't I?
understand it.
Yeah,
John doesn't
no.
understand it.
I get it. I
Amazing.
do get it. I do get it. However,
Amazing.
I've also described it elsewhere that it's a wee bit Emperor's New Clothes. Like, okay, I get it. So what? So
Yeah,
it told us
exactly.
that we should have scored 4 goals.
It's like your pension illustration, eh? It's like
That's true.
guaranteed.
So, oh fuck, that's a better way to describe it. XG is just a projection. Maybe it
That's
reaches
what it
it,
is.
maybe it doesn't.
That's exactly what it is.
Right, Mark.
We'll just change the calculation. You're fucked.
Mark and Sansa, afternoon, lads, afternoon, guys. Early Friday finish for you. Aye. Jeff said, finally found out how to comment on the broadcast. I am Steve Jobs. Mark said, hello, Jeff Ashton. No, he's Broom Breed. This is true. He is. Ron said, I think Bowie should get the first hour, then bring on Gale. Mark says, we need to be careful with Gale and Bowie. Don't think either should play a full game at the moment, and don't drop Levitt. Manny should be brought in gradually. Ian said Hibs 3-1, that's all. Mark has been on the end of bad results with St Mirren this season, so this will be a good test for us. Jeff said same team as Ayr with Gale in for Miko. It's not the same team then, Jeff, is it? It's a different team. Only concern is second balls in midfield after St Mirren hump it forward. See how Levitt does, but might bring in Nathan Mariah Welsh sooner than normal. Mark, the thing is, if we don't go with Levitt, we will be more defensive and are kind of encouraging St Mirren into attack us. And Mark says, sorry, Matt, I've made too many comments. Not at all. The more the merrier. It's always good to get the comments on YouTube. It saves us having to think.
Hit like if you think he's made too many comments.
I hit like if you think Mark has made too many comments. Well done, well remembered for the old hit like and subscribe, etc. Right, so form table looks a bit like this. So we're kind of gradually dropping down a wee bit. We were sitting top there for a wee while, but we're still in no bad positions. Disappointing to see Hearts nudge ahead of us on the form table there over the last 6 games. They've not really played anybody decent, though, have they? When you look at it, we've got a Rangers in there, so that'll change. I think they play Rangers this weekend, don't they?
I think so. I'm sure I've seen that somewhere. Yeah.
I think it's a good opportunity for us to do some damage here because Dundee United are away to Celtic. Aberdeen play Dundee, Hearts play Rangers, so like a good result for us means quite a lot this
I've
weekend.
not even checked the other fixtures. You know, I do know they play Rangers soon, but I didn't realise it was this weekend. Just got to check that. It's on Sunday, is it? Aye, Sunday lunchtime. Just for us.
Right. Who organised? Why would you want to look at previous fixtures? Just put the ones on for the fucking this weekend. Aye, so Celtic, Dundee United, Dundee, Aberdeen, Kelly St Johnstone, Motherwell County, Shite versus the Big Brother Shite, and then us away to St Mirren. I guess like a big weekend for us. Right, St Mirren down the bottom though, John. What's that telling you? Not quite the bottom. They're better than Aberdeen.
Aberdeen one's brilliant, eh?
Tremendous.
Would it be fair to say that St Mirren have St Mirren slipped a little bit down the league, not just the form table, but the league table as well, or have they always been sort of bobbing about halfway and towards the bottom?
They've been sort of middling, I think, a lot of the season.
Aye.
But they're now they're eighth now. They've always been on the other side of the middle. You know what I mean? The sort of fifth, sixth place, I think.
Yeah. So 3 points ahead of them, like form guide over the last 6. I think we were +5 goals, they were -5. I think the thing that we've had in our favour is that we seem to score a few.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't know what that's like away from home. So, where are we? Aye, 4, 9, 11, 6. Cautiously optimistic of a win. And I think as well, like I'm not even going to caveat that and say that it would be a good point, like at this stage and with what's going on around us and who's playing who, you're kind of looking for 3 points, especially for trying to catch Dundee United and trying to cement the top 6 status.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you take from it, Colin?
From that table, or
Aye.
what would they take for the game? But from the table,
yeah.
But I mean, they've obviously they're all red apart from their one green, which was against Aberdeen. Everybody, that's why they're sitting there. Long may that continue. But
yep.
I think it's starting to get into the we're due to lose one is but then we've drew a few. You know what I mean? Like we've maybe just not lost the games that where we might have previously lost to fit that due a loss one, like the St Johnstone and Ross County games. I don't think they're a great side. And I know it's only a few points between us. I don't think they're a great side. I watched that game on Monday night. I don't think they look great. I think their pitch looks shit. I think it's going to be a real battle, though. Because it's sort of one of the teams of big guys that churn out results. However, I've not got it in front of me, and I don't know if you have it, and you probably haven't, but what was our recent record against them feels shit. And even when Hibs put a video out recently, like, oh, here's a win at, I was going to say Love Street.
COVID.
It was the COVID, aye. And the first comment on it was, fuck, mind we had empty stadiums, and it's funny to watch it again, eh?
Aye.
But we've not done very well against them in recent times. I mean, mind that last year, probably about this time, mind they came and it was Chantis' first game in that, and we were 3-0 down in about 20 odd minutes.
Aye.
At home, and they've done that to us since. And then even that 2-1 game you mentioned at Easter Road, just before, when was that, November time, just before it was kind of turned the run into this. It was 2-1, aye, we missed a penalty, but fuck, we didn't deserve to be that close to getting a draw. in that game. That was one of the real low points of that poor run. We've not got a great recent record against St Mirren, and then on the flip side of that, we're due one against them.
We are. I'm just having a look to see if head to head here we go.
We might have had the odd one in, the odd win, but it feels like we've lost a run of games against them. And was it not the last time they said that they've scored 3 against us the last 3 or 4 times we've played them or something?
So working from the most recent back, St Mirren beat us 2-1, they beat us 3-0, they beat us 3-0. We had a 2-2. We beat them 4-2 in the League Cup in September 2023.
That was one of Money's first games.
Aye, it was that was under Monty. Before that, St Mirren beat us 3-2, and then before that, we beat them 2-1. Our last victory away at Love Street was the 4th of February last year, so you're going back just over a year. I think that was when Ellie Yuan scored. We were through that game. A cracking, I think it was a steak and haggis and peppercorn sauce pie.
That's what you remember about. I didn't remember the game.
I remember the goal.
Pie was
magic. I remember the goal and I remember the pie. Pie was terrific. Let's see the XG table. So we're still sitting kind of comfortably in third there. St Mirren are eighth. So that's actually reflecting where the teams are. For those that kind of question how accurate the XG is, it's no miles off, is it? I mean, obviously Hearts are an outlier there. Well, both us and Hearts are higher than where we're in the actual table, but St Mirren are exactly where they're meant to be. John, you're looking quizzical there.
Yeah, just fully. See, there's me contradicting myself. I say that I fully understand it. I just want to clarify my understanding. So we're third, and I think, are we scoring more but also conceding more than we are expected to?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
but I think actually our actual goals against versus our expected goals against predate Jordan Smith. I think that's a legacy problem from
because his was poor. Yeah.
Aye. I think since we've sorted that out, that's started to kind of improve.
Yeah.
I think the league table and the XG, which is more a measure of your performance than your results. I think they both put us ahead of St Mirren. That's got to give us some confidence, you would think, for Sunday, John, no?
Well, again, if I'm understanding the data properly, they concede more than they should, and we are scoring more than we should. So if those two things are aligned and have any sort of basis in reality, then we should probably score against them.
Aye, I'll go with that. Right, score predictions. We'll start to wrap up in a wee second.
I'm going to go. Oh, sorry.
No,
I thought it was
you
just
go.
open.
You've
No.
started. It's not a fire on.
It was Colin's birthday recently. I don't know why you take that away from him.
Yeah, it was over a week ago now, mate. It's way past.
All right. So you put it back to me.
You go.
I'm going to go 3-1 Hibs because I think we'll score and I think we'll concede.
Colin?
2-1 Hibs.
Jeff's got a 2-0 Hibs. Naden and Bowie. And El Kerry 75 says, even lads, who would you like to see partner Boyle up front this weekend? Is it too early to give Bowie a start? Nah, I think we're all pretty happy with Bowie, apart from John, who
rewind the programme when we get done. He's obviously joined, or she's joined halfway through.
Aye, that's it. You'll see it later on. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Hibs win. I think we'll keep the clean sheet. I think we'll be quite comfortable. Goals will come in the second half. It'll be a good afternoon.
I think, am I right in saying that one of Bowie's goals has come against St Mirren, where he's backed into Gogic, turned him, and then slammed it at one of the bottom corners? So I think there's.
Can't remember.
At Easter Road, I'm sure.
Did Cadden not score that? I don't know. Maybe, mate. I can't remember.
I might have imagined it.
I remember the goal.
The wrong folk, John.
I remember the goal. I just don't remember who it was against.
Or was that? Oh no, sorry, I might be mistaken that way. Kaharovic. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Kaharovic definitely bodied Gogic for a goal before, like 100%. That was last season though. Adam Kelly says 3-2 St Mirren. Hopefully not though. And Sandy says 2-1. And great pod lads. Daleks rule. And glory to the Hibees. And Elker said, I think it was Miko who scored that. So you're right. And it was against Dundee, Jeff says. So we were accurate on virtually all of it, is what I'm taking for that.
So the Bowie goal was against Dundee, and the Miko goal was previous seasons. Right.
So
That's true. That is true because that was that the 2-2 game where Bowie scored. He's put us ahead, and then we've
Aye.
gone and conceded late on, and then he
On
got
the last,
injured shortly after. After that,
Aye.
okay.
I
So
think
many games, so many goals.
what you're taking from that is this is the podcast to come to for accuracy and detailed stats, etc.
Yeah.
We
Well, I
set our
think
stall out well, don't we, on that kind of thing? Like
aye.
experts on nothing.
the foundation.
Aye, that's at
I
basic
think
level.
I
Idiot's
think it's
guide.
just one of those little things to hold on to when we're giving players a
Senile.
hard time, like Kaharovic.
Well,
Like we know what they're capable of.
yes.
Same with Bowie.
Aye.
Who does?
Okay, fair enough.
We didn't give people a hard time.
We didn't give folk a hard time. We read out comments with folk there, but we didn't. I don't think we personally have really gone to town on anybody, have we? Over
I
the
probably
years?
have. I probably have, like with Barsic and Jair.
Jair,
Probably.
you said you were better than Jair, to be
But I
fair.
stick to the. I wouldn't say anything on here. I wouldn't say it to somebody's face. As my whole basis of my opinion. Not going to
Cool.
see me sneaking about.
Nah. Right, let's wrap up there then. Thanks for commenting, folks. If you don't hit the like button already, go ahead and do that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you don't already. And if you want more content from us, go to our Patreon. You'll get extra time, which is subscriber exclusive every Monday night. It's well worth the £3 a month or whatever it is for that as well. We're told. Anyway, it's not for us to say. It's like blowing your own trumpet and that. We're told it's very good. Anyway, right. Thanks for